back to On The Collect with me, Jace. Yeah, and I wasn't expecting to do this video, but I just, I felt it was very poignant to get this out as quickly as possible, really. Now, as I'm sure most of you know, certainly if you've watched the last two videos, the previous two videos, which was the Legolas unboxing and the Legolas review, my Legolas piece from Prime 1 arrived with some minor damage to it. Now, initially I emailed Prime 1 regarding this, and I didn't hear anything back from them. Now, I didn't follow the correct procedure. There is a procedure in place. You need to log into your Prime 1 account on their website, and there's an aftercare section which you need to click on that, and then there's some very simple instructions, and you follow them. No, I didn't do that. I just emailed them with a couple of photographs and a link to my unboxing video, and I didn't hear anything back. Now, when I came to do the Legolas review a few days after that, I wasn't very happy that they hadn't responded to my email. Now, after doing the Legolas review, I emailed them again with images and a link to the unboxing, but I went through the correct procedure this time on their website. And I woke up this morning and I got an email back off them. And basically, I'll put the email up here so you can read it for yourself. Basically, they said that they had responded to the first email, but for whatever reason, it hadn't got through to me. I did check in all like my junk, trash, everything. I couldn't see it, but it could have got buried. But for whatever reason, they said that they responded to it. Now, if they have done, then I take back what I said in my review video. I just wasn't very happy at the time, but I accept their apology totally on that. And even more importantly, far more importantly, as the email goes on to say, they've offered me, by way of compensation for the breakages, $100 basically in reward points, credit, $100 credit to my Prime 1 account, which for me is a more than acceptable outcome for the breakages I received on the piece. And I was especially pleased that, because then there was like a sort of a generic section of an email where it goes through the process again of what you need to do. You need to take a photograph of the serial number, the edition number, and you need to get the broken parts and put it with a piece of paper with the edition number written on it and the date, the current date and all that, which obviously I couldn't do. But they clearly watched both videos and knew that I'd repaired it. And they say they put a little section at the bottom which was outside of what the generic email is. And obviously they know that I've repaired it, and they've still offered me the $100 reward. Now, this was one of the reasons. There's two reasons for me doing this video. One of the reasons is just to put this out there, and first of all say a huge thanks to Prime 1, and I'm more than happy to accept the $100. I will of course email you. But attached to that gratitude, I also wanted to do this to show everyone who watches my channel that I can only go from my own personal experience here. This is the first time I've had an issue with Prime 1, and it's been resolved. I went through a certain procedure, and I dealt with it the way I deal with most things in my life, you know, sensibly, intelligently, calmly, politely. And it's been a very, very satisfactory resolution to it. For me personally, I'm more than happy with that. So I wanted to do that just to show that Prime 1 do have a customer care. They do have it. The other thing that I wanted to do this video for as well is for any of you who have got the Legolas piece, you've got it coming, because I fear that there may be, these breakages may be down to an issue with the packaging. I don't know. I hope it isn't. I hope none of you have any issues. But any of you that do, you now know, do what I advise, that when you unpackage it, certainly the polystyrene packaging, film it. Film the unpackaging. So if there's any issue, it's on film and you can send them film as well. Also, don't do what I did and jump straight in and repair it. Make sure you take a photograph as well with a piece of paper with the edition number and the current day's date on it as well with it, because it's one of the requirements on their aftercare section. So please make sure you do that. They were ever so good with me because I didn't do it, but they accepted the fact because I'd done an unboxing video. You know, they were happy to see that. They could have been arsey. They weren't arsey. If their treatment to me had been unacceptable, I'd be here saying this. I'd be here telling you all this. But it's not been. It's been extremely acceptable. So I'm telling you all this so that you're aware of it. I'm also saying this to say thank you to Prime 1. But also for any of you that potentially have this piece come in, just to give you just my little bit of advice of what I would do, just in case there is potentially an issue with it. and then you can follow the same procedure that I've done. Stick to the procedure that Prime 1 have in place for dealing with breakages, and hopefully none of you will have any issues. But if you do have issues, then hopefully that if you follow the same procedure I've done, you'll get a satisfactory resolution from this as well. I've literally come straight home from work and jumped into this without really going through it, but I just felt this was quite a poignant thing to stick out there, because I've seen a lot of cases of people not getting satisfactory resolutions with Prime 1 when they've had issues. This is the first time I've had an issue. I've been very fortunate. I've had a very satisfactory outcome from it. I'm very grateful to Prime 1 for that, and I hope by doing this video as well, any of you that have got Legolas coming, or maybe already have him and there is an issue, you can go on from this and from what I've done and approach it that way. But say, fingers crossed, none of you are going to have any issues with your piece. None of you will have any breakages. So anything to do with the subject of this video or anything else, you know the routine now. Anything at all, shove it in the comments below and I'll get back to each and every one of you. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And if you're new here, you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel, because I would be chuffed to bits with you if you do that. Okay, I'm going to go because I literally have just got back from work. I want a brew, I want my tea. I've got to edit this, stick it on, and then I've got some other bits and pieces to do, and then let's head back into the revision. Woo! Right, I'll catch you all on the next video, which most probably now will be the weekend, guys. It'll certainly be towards the end of the week. So have a great week, all of you, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Take care of yourselves, and as ever, thank you for watching. Ta-ra, all of you.